Hello and welcome to OXIDE Chronicles. We are bringing you a new phase of our channel. OXIDE Chronicles will be telling you lots of life lesson stories. Subscribe to OXIDE Chronicles for more life lesson videos. Thank you. Daniel and Bernard are seriously engrossed in a conversation about football and how football players are making it big in the sports industry as compared to the other sports. Daniel's phone rang. Hello, boss? Yeah, alright, really? The CEO? Alright, sure. I'd relay the information to him. A customer wheels himself into the open restaurant and pub but would need a little help as the other waiters are busily attending to other customers. Daniel, I'm gonna have to help this crippled client. Daniel replies quite cynically, I think the CEO is in. Please go and help him out. I'm sure after that he will get you some tip and get you raised to manager since there is another branch up for grabs. Oh, in case you didn't know, I've just told you. Bernard helps the man in the wheelchair to his seat and asks what he's going to take. Bring me a glass or a bottle of water for starters, and later I'll look at what next to do. All this while, Daniel was just watching from a distance and smiling and laughing. A couple walk in looking very rich and wearing quite an expensive garb. Daniel quickly rushes to them as they take their seat. Welcome to the East Bay Beach Restaurant and Pub. How may I be of service to you? The couple smile at each other and ask him to bring the menu book, and he goes to get it for them. They place their order, commencing with a bottle of champagne. Then they indicate that they would hit him up if they need his services. Bernard comes back to his seat, observing his client as Daniel joins him. Today is going to be one of the best days for me, he retorts to Bernard. You seem excited. What's the cause for your joy? I have received a message that the CEO and his wife are coming, and looking at the customers I'm serving, it's obvious they are the CEO. In fact, that's the CEO and his wife. So I've got to be extra careful and professional because my promotion depends on it. Good for you, says Bernard. Sorry, you seem to have a knack for poverty and poor clients. Just look at him. How can a man in a wheelchair afford to pay for his food? Hey, that reminds me. What did he even order? Bernard pays little attention to him. Oh, brother, don't tell me you're already envying me. I never asked you to play the Good Samaritan. You chose your path, and for my path, I made the wise and best decision. The man in the wheelchair raises his hand, and Bernard quickly dashes to him, and he makes his order available to him by showing him on the menu book. He assures him he'd get his meal in 40 minutes' time. In the meantime, he goes to get his bottle of water. Upon returning, he asks to get him a bottle of drink to keep him company. The rich couple, on the other hand, call their waiter, and Daniel quickly rushes to get them their menu, and they make some few changes to their menu. Daniel works on it as soon as possible. The man observes how it seems everyone in the restaurant seems to be willing to serve the couple and ask whom they were. But Bernard was in no position to give any information about it. He excuses him and heads for the kitchen to place the order. The rich couple suddenly have their meals brought to them, and Daniel serves them beautifully, ordering an extra bottle of champagne, almost a few hundred shy of his monthly paycheck. The bill is on me, he mentioned it to the couple. They smile and offer a warm thank you. Daniel is heading to his seat. Then the man in the wheelchair calls him. He stops to ask if she was indeed calling him. The man replies in the affirmative. He then approaches the man in the wheelchair. Sir, please, I have been here way longer before these people came here, but you seem to have served them before you did serve me. Please, what's going on? Daniel replied. I am not sure you can compare yourself to those people with 2 legs who have money than you whose legs have been converted into 4 wheels without no fuel. What is that supposed to mean, sir? The man asked. And Daniel replied, well, If you're not as smart as your legs to understand my statement, then I need to leave. He makes his way to leave, then he sees a very beautiful lady who is approaching the table of the man in the wheelchair. Hello, please. Welcome to our restaurant. We have lots of nice seats reserved for you. Thanks for welcoming me, she said, but I think I should like to keep my date company. Daniel's face lit with a huge surprise, wondering what a beautiful lady like that would be doing with a crippled man like that. Pardon me, did he say you would sit with him? Got a problem with that man? The crippled man in a crunchy voice asked. Well, I'm sorry. I'll call Bernard to come serve this beautiful beauty and be stable. He inadvertently bumps into the rich lady who was carrying her bag and a packed meal away, but gave little attention to her because her partner was seated already. Then he goes to sit near Bernard and starts to tease him and his client. Then the manager enters and moves straight to the table of the crippled man and his female partner. She spends a great deal of time with them, laughing and chatting. Daniel begins to feel uncomfortable as to how they are all laughing on the table. Could they be relatives, schoolmates, ex-lovers? But why are they laughing together around such a loser? He says to himself. Then suddenly, the manager makes a call, and as the call ends, a few seconds later, their orders are brought to them by a different waiter. Daniel's phone rings and it's the manager whose voice doesn't sound happy. Meets me in the office with Bernard now. His confusion has skyrocketed, wondering what might have transpired that needs the attention of himself and Bernard. Minutes later, the two are in the office of the manager, who obviously doesn't look happy. Then the lady and the man in the wheelchair enter the spacious office being wheeled by the lady. Upon reaching the office, the man in the wheelchair gets out of the wheelchair. Both waiters are shocked at the scene they are witnessing. They stare at each other. You are shocked, I guess. Well, I don't need to make this long like the denouement of a feature film. Daniel, you are fired straight away for going against the etiquette of the job. Treat each customer the same unless there's a special delegation or clearance for special treatment requested by the manager. You thought because I was poor, because I was in a wheelchair and perhaps carried an infectious disease, so you treated me differently and treated those clients so nicely. Well, if you care to know, those clients you treated nicely are just part of my management team to test the loyalty of my staff, especially when I'm about to promote staff. You are fired. Get out of this restaurant. You don't deserve to work here. You are worse than a racist. You segregate too much. Bernard, thanks for being such a loyal and professional staff, even concealing identity of clients. I'll make you a manager over him because we'll be moving away to a new branch. He sits back in the wheelchair and he's wheeled away. Daniel tries to plead with the manager, but it is to no avail. He's made to pay for the champagne and the food since it is believed his client absconded without paying the bills. Daniel is filled with tears as he heads out the manager's office. Moral of the story: treat everyone with respect. You do not know whom you are really dealing with until the time arrives. If this is the first time you're watching us on OXIDE Chronicles, remember to subscribe to OXIDE Chronicles for more life lesson videos. Thank you.